This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm delighted to be joined by Denzel Bentley, fresh off his 6th-round victory over Mick over this past weekend. Denzel, first and foremost, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, man. I'm just chilling right now. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Obviously, it's good to hear you're doing well. As I mentioned, mate, victorious this past weekend. Just reflect on your win for me, Denzel. How would you assess your performance?
It was a good win. I didn't really rate my performance too highly. I know I'm better than that. I've done a lot of things wrong in there. I've only got good feedback from everybody else, so I guess that's a good thing. But I know there's more in my locker to that. But overall, it was a good over a good opponent. He only lost to one other person, like I mentioned in previous interviews, and he came to win. He was on it, man. He wasn't just coming to get paid or coming to lay down. He came to take his opportunity fighting in BT Sports, and he done his best to try and win.
Is there anything that obviously Mick did on the night that surprised you, or was it just as relatively straightforward as what you kind of imagined it may have been?
He was tougher than I thought because I hit him with some big shots. I thought he would have been a little bit more trickier, but I think he ended up brawling. From what I've seen, I thought it would have been a little bit more trickier, like with his movement, because I thought he was a bit more jerky. He hit me with some big shots that I kind of allowed myself to get hit with when I shouldn't have. I just kind of walked into silly shots trying to get mine off. But I hit him with some big shots and he was still standing. That kind of made me think, oh, he's tougher than I thought, because I thought it was going to go the distance only because I thought I wasn't going to land those big shots as I pleased. But I did land them as I pleased, and he was still standing. And I thought, all right, cool, he's tough. So I slowed down a bit in the 5th, thinking I can't fight 100 miles per hour for 10 rounds. So take a round off and then get back to your work. And that's what I done, and I ended up stopping in the 6th.
You said you wasn't obviously not happy with some of the work that you did on Saturday night, but in the context of things, knowing that it was kind of a short period of time between when the fight was announced and the actual fight date, and the circumstances with COVID and boxing behind closed doors, do you feel you're being a bit harsh on yourself at all, or?
Yeah, maybe, but the thing is, I'm one of those guys where I like to do things how I feel like it should be done. You know what I'm trying to say? So, of course, you take all that into consideration, but I'm also a type of person that don't like making excuses. So I'm not just going to come out after a fight, after I've told you I've been preparing well, and start saying, oh, I had 3 months out, 4 months out, and then 8 weeks to get ready, which is the case, but that's no excuse because I've done everything I needed to do in the gym. I made the weight. If that was an issue, then I wouldn't have made the weight. So I made the weight. Of course, I don't have enough time to be as sharp as I could be or flow as I could because I've had less time in the ring, less sparring time and all these things. But at the end of the day, it's still a fight and it is what it is. And I know how to fight and so does he. So 8 weeks shouldn't take me any longer than 8 weeks, I should say, to get ready for a fight because I'm a professional athlete. But that was the case, yes, and that could have affected my performance. But I'm not going to use that as an excuse.
Denzel, how did you find boxing behind closed doors?
You know what? It went bad. The setup was more annoying than the actual fighting behind closed doors. If that makes sense, there was just so much to kind of consider. That first, from getting to the hotel, getting tested, you can't leave the hotel. Coming back round to the venue, couldn't go through certain places. There's one way in, and then you got to go out through the next way. It was just all so much to kind of keep in mind as you're fighting. But when we actually got into the ring, it didn't make much of a difference. I feel like I've boxed in a lot of dinner shows, and the atmosphere is pretty much the same. I can still hear a few voices. I can hear my corner loud and clear. I can hear a few voices like, go on, go on. So it didn't feel like a spar to me. I guess I've boxed in like 4 dinner shows and I've had 13 fights. So, you know what I'm saying? I think I was kind of used to it, if that makes sense.
Moving forwards, I know you've mentioned before that, you obviously got those eyes on the British title. aside from that, the Mark Heffron fight certainly seems to be kind of gaining a bit of traction. We saw Mark, did an interview with him, and he said that he's talked to Frank Warren and the team about a potential September date with yourself. Do you see that happening? Do you think, would you be happy to fight again in September, or would you like a little bit of a break now? Or
I got a week off, then I'm back in the gym, so we see how things go. September, I don't know if that's realistic because the bar card is on the. You know what? To be honest, September is realistic. It just depends when in September. Like if it's at like the back end of September, that's fine. So, but I was thinking more October if the Joyce Dubois card goes through. I'm thinking I'd be on that card because, of course, I've already sold tickets for that show that was meant to be in April, and I've already been announcing that card. So if I fight in September, I don't think I'll be able to fight in October. That'll be too soon. So either one of those dates, it just can't be both. So it's either one or the other.
you mentioned obviously those desires to win the British title, but without saying that on the line, how big, or without like a big title on the line, how big of a fight do you feel yourself versus Mark still will be?
I think it'll be a big fight. I think it'll be big within the boxing community. I think only a fair amount of people outside of the boxing community would look forward to that fight. Like people that may know even me or him. But I think within boxing, a lot of people would love to see that fight. With a title, of course, it makes it bigger. It makes it better. There's something on the line, so we'll both be going harder. Either way, I think it will make for a great fight.
How do you think the fight would play out between yourselves? Obviously, I know you're going to back yourself to win, but from like a tactical standpoint, you're both in the ring. How do you think it would work and play out?
I just think I win. It depends how I feel on the night when I get in the ring, but however I feel, that's the way I'm going to win.
Denzel, we will leave that there now, Ben, and I will leave you to kind of enjoy the rest of your day and obviously spend a bit more time reflecting on your victory this past weekend. But before I let you go, what would you like to say to everyone who did tune in on Saturday night to watch your fight, and again who tuned in to watch our interview today?
Yeah, man. Oh, listen, keep watching me fight. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. If you enjoyed it, I'm happy. Look out for the next one. If you didn't, don't worry about it. Look out for the next one. But yeah, man, just thanks, man. Just keep tuning in.
Denzel, I appreciate your time today. Once again, enjoy your victory, and I'm sure I'll catch up with you again soon. Thank you for giving up some time, and thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Nice one. Thank you.